Barcelona arrive at this weekend's fixture under a cloud of urgency. Hansi Flick is no longer choosing between convenience and philosophy, he's choosing between survival and strategy. With Alejandro Balde ruled out by a hamstring problem, the left flank is suddenly a question mark, and the timing could not be worse. A stacked schedule, travel for internationals, and an early Champions League test all sit heavy in the coach's notebook. The absence opens a door for Gerard Martin, a young defender who was only just registered with the first team and suddenly finds himself as more than just cover. He is a test of La Masia's depth and Flick's nerve. The club's official updates and reporting around the international break make clear that BARÇA face a cluster of short-term problems rather than a single missing piece, and Flick must decide whether to protect players or chase league points now. In midfield, the squeeze is even sharper. Frenkie de Jong has picked up a muscle issue that clouds his availability, while Gavi's ongoing knee discomfort means the club are managing his minutes carefully. That double uncertainty knocks out the normal rhythm in the centre of the pitch and forces Flick to consider a more conservative blueprint, inserting a balancing midfielder like Marc Casado alongside Pedri to protect the backline, or bringing in Eric Garcia for extra defensive cover if he wants to shield the centre with a more compact spine. The reality is that Barcelona's preferred patterns rely on those midfielders for tempo and progression. Without them, the team risks becoming too predictable or too exposed, depending on how aggressive Flick decides to be. These are not hypothetical headaches. The club's medical updates confirm the injuries, and the coaching staff must now convert caution into coherent matchday choices. Up front, Robert Lewandowski's return from international duty adds a tempting option at a moment when options are limited. The veteran striker has regained a bit of momentum after scoring for Poland, and his presence forces Ferran Torres and the wide players to rethink their roles. Do you unleash Lewandowski for maximum immediate impact, or do you preserve him with Europe's midweek trips in mind? Meanwhile, the wings carry their own dilemmas. Rafinha has been involved with Brazil, and the long haul back from South America always raises recovery and training time questions. When a winger lands with limited preparation, Flick must judge not only match sharpness, but also recovery risk. That roller coaster, a striker ready to go, a winger who might be jet-lagged, youth being asked to step up, is exactly the kind of selection puzzle that makes a manager famous or infamous in one weekend. So what might Flick actually do? Expect the immediate spine of the team to lean conservative, Pedri carrying creative responsibility with Casado or a similarly profiled midfield partner to plug the channels and protect the fullbacks, Gerard Martin starting at left to cover Balde's absence, and Lewandowski in the middle if Flick decides to take the 3 points gamble. The rhythm of the match will therefore be slower possession with purpose rather than relentless verticality and careful substitution to manage minutes. But there is also room for a surprise. Debutants often bring energy and unpredictability that can unsettle opponents, and Valencia, a club that thrives on counter and intensity, will surely target BARÇA's transitional moments. Flick's choices will reveal his priority: consolidate and survive through managed minutes, or risk the win now and pay the toll later in Europe. Beyond tactics this weekend, the narrative stakes are high. A clean win reaffirms depth and keeps momentum before the Champions League, while a slip would amplify the perceived fragility of rotation options and invite harsher questions about squad planning. For the youngsters, Gerard Martin, Marc Casado and others, this isn't just minutes on the clock, it's a potential career pivot. For Flick, it's a reputation moment. Get it right, and his rotation policy looks prescient. Get it wrong, and the spotlight will fixate on choices made under pressure. Either way, expect drama, a bold selection or two, and a match that will be dissected not only for the scoreline, but for the message it sends about Barcelona's short-term ambition and long-term resilience. In the end, the storyline is straightforward. Barcelona must balance present points with future fitness, youth opportunity with experienced stability, and tactical clarity with unavoidable guesswork. This weekend's XA will tell us much about Flick's appetite for risk, the readiness of Barcelona's next generation, and whether the club can absorb a handful of injuries without losing identity. Watch for the unexpected starter, the substitution that changes momentum, and the small tactical tweak that either steadies the ship or sets up a fresh crisis. This is more than a La Liga game. It's an early test of squad architecture, and the decisions made now could echo through the season.